once was a hero named Ragnar the Red, who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade, as he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie."
Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we have an Elder Scrolls Call to Arms battle report for you, and I'm going to be playing with some brand new adventurers that we've got painted up for the latest set, and then Stephen is going to be playing with the dastardly Stormcloaks. Now, we're going to be playing a 200 Septim game, Septims being the points value for the game if you're not familiar, and we're going to be playing a scenario called This Land is Ours from the core rule set. Now, This Land is Ours is pretty simple. There's 4 parts of the table. 2 of them are treasure zones, 2 are each player's respective territories, and you get points for either controlling the treasure zones or your opponent's territory at the end. Other than that, you're going to get your standard points and standard sort of rewards for killing things, for completing quests and all that sort of stuff throughout the course of the game. But let's go check out the warbands. Let's go check out especially the adventurers, which we've just gotten painted up especially for this battle report. Right, and so here we have 200 Septims worth of adventurers. Our leader is going to be Vostarg, the freelance adventurer. Now, we've given him a hunting bow along with banded iron armor, amulet of Arche, and then he's got a dwarven war axe, steel shield, and a potion of minor healing. Joining him, we have Sven the minstrel, who is going to have an imperial bow, leather armor, and then a steel sword and potion of minor healing as well. We also have Banning the dog handler, who's got a orcish dagger, the reanimate corpse spell, along with an imperial bow and leather armor, and then we've also got Vigilance the dog as well. 200 Septims of the Stormcloaks. We have Yisrael Thrice Pierced leading them, who's got an orcish war axe, he's got his throwing knife, and Stormcloak officer armor, along with a potion of minor healing. And then we have Rayloff, Warrior of the Resistance, Rayloff of Witherwood, with a hunting bow, Stormcloak Curious there. He's then got a Skyforge War Axe, Potion of Minor Healing in his quick slot. And then joining them for followers, we have 3 Stormcloak soldiers with great swords. Today's video is brought to you by Baron of Dice, a premium wargaming dice that make your table come alive. Now, if you're looking for some great dice to suit an army you play on the tabletop in a variety of different games, go to Baron of Dice and check out their website. You can also use our discount code down in the video's description, which will help support the channel, but also nab you a cheap little discount. The dice you see pictured here are the official dice for Parabellum's Last Argument of King's Conquest by them as well, which you can find on the Parabellum eStore as well. And so everything is deployed down on the table. To start with, for the adventurers, we have Sven the minstrel over here. We then have Banning and Vigilance along with Vostag down here. For the Stormcloaks, on this side, we've got one of the Stormcloak warriors there, along with Yisrael. You've got a Stormcloak soldier at the backfield, and then you've got Rayloff with another Stormcloak over there. Explaining the rest of the table, we have the treasure tokens, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And they've all got some Draugr or Skeleton Warriors on top of them. Alright, quest-wise, we've drawn our quests. So, for me, I have Escaped Criminal. This is for the adventurers. Enemy party must include at least 1 follower, which you do. At the start of the game, I choose 1 enemy follower as the Escaped Criminal. That model begins the game with +1 health, and the Escaped Criminal must be removed, casualty, or incapacitated when the game ends. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to pick this guy here, because he's got the different helmet out of your followers. And then for the Stormcloaks, we have the Hail Sithis quest here, which is going to be placing a civilian token in the adventurer's deployment zone. They have to remove this. I can't remove it, but I do get to move it every turn. Adversaries, though, can potentially kill it. So I'm going to try and walk it up near some adversaries. Other than that, though, that is going to be the quest for the Stormcloaks, so we'll get into the first turn. Alright, so first activation of the game does go to the Stormcloaks, and all you've done, Rayloff has moved up, and he's decided to hide behind that fence there. Over to me with the adventurers. So I'm going to start. Sven is in short range, so I am going to shoot the skeleton here. So we are aiming for a 3. I'm aiming it, getting extra green. Oh, got a crit. Cool. Go Sven. I was talking about how terrible he was before this shot. So damage extra for the crit is, so I've done 4 points of damage in total. So the skeleton is getting 2 yellow dice, 1 for cover, 1 for its base armor. It needs to stop all 4. It doesn't. It gets shot off by Sven. And so then just moved up Sven, spending another point of stamina to do so. Spent both his stamina, but he'll regain 1 at the start of next turn anyway. Your next move is the Stormcloaks soldier. Going to throw up a 2-handed block, I'm assuming, after your move.
Yep.
My next one, Vostag is going to move up, and we're going to shoot the skeleton here. So that's a 2, so that hits for 2. Yellow dice defense for skeleton here. Stops none, he gets picked off as well. So that'll get me my second septum for the game. On to the Stormcloaks again. Stormcloak Soldier just moves up, throwing up a 2-handed block. We'll go with the Banning next, I think. Alright, so we've moved Banning up, just moving him to the side. We've opened up a treasure which has been empty. So drawing a... Okay. Oh, Orcish arrows. Cool, that'll go nicely with his bow. You've then moved Yisrael, Thrice Pierced up. I've just got Vigilance and your little token over there to go. So we'll move Vigilance. And so Vigilance, thanks to Fleet, can keep up with Banning there. You're moving up the Stormcloak Soldier at the back. And then we've moved this once 3 inches per turn. You've done all your characters as well. I've done all mine. So now is the adversary phase. None have activated this turn. Alright, so we have 3 adversaries left on the table. So we're just going to roll a d3 for them. 1, 2, and 3. See which one activates. 2 of them will activate because we've had no activations. Even though I did kill 2, they didn't activate back, so there's no activations for them. So the first one, 4, so that'll be that one activates. So, rolling to see what this Skeleton Archer over here does. That is a number, so that's anything. So that is, it's going to move. So it'll move to within its best range and then shoot. And so it will try and discover Rayloff first of all, otherwise it will be shooting the Stormcloak Soldier behind it. So skeletons on a search will need to have an intelligence check, which is going to be a 3 or less. 4 fails it, so we'll shoot the Stormcloak Soldier behind. And so Skeleton Warrior into that Stormcloak on this side. 7 minus 1, that'll miss. And then see which one of these ones activate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down here. 1, he'll activate. So it is the closest visible model, which again is your Stormcloak Soldier. And so seeing how it activates, that is a 5. So we Puff and Might, that is attack, so it'll try and move as close as it can to your Stormcloak Soldier. So the Draga has moved in, so it can't do any powers because it has used its point of stamina for the turn. That critical fails, so you are fine. And so now we draw the event for the round. So this is the Stormcloaks event. Blessings of Akatosh. All heroes in play immediately restore 1 point of magicka. Fortunately, there's no magicka in play, but we do add an extra adversary to the game. Cool. And the now new Draga that's been placed has been placed down here. So this is what we're looking like at the end of turn 1. So we go into turn 2, which starts with the priority for the adventurers. What a catch. So, as well, should mention points from last turn. You controlled 1 territory, 1 treasure. I controlled 1 treasure, so we both got a single point for that. And so, we're moving Vigilance down with the fighting the Draugr here. So, green, yellow, yellow with his attack. Oh, and I got to roll the white dice too. That would actually help. 6 minus 1, 5. I don't think that'll make it. Unfortunately, Vigilance fails, which means he's in a spot of bother because they're both going to activate. So we're going to see how the Dragon activate. First of all, the one that Vigilance decided to attack. 8, so that'll be, it just attacks, so it's just going to swing back. So it is green, black. Yeah, so this isn't good because it gets to add its stat, so yeah, poor Vigilance. That's going to hit for 4. Vigilance, rolling his defense, 2. Cool, he takes 2. He's on 1 wound left. Now we've got to see what the other one does. So, see what it does. So 4, so it's going to attack it as well, which means it moves in. And it's got the exact same attack, so green. Yep. So attacking. That'll hit for 2 points of damage. What does that skull do? That makes it piercing 1, so I can't even save it. Save 1 and poor vigilance goes down. Alright, Rayloff is activating. He's shooting the Draugr up here. Skeleton, sorry. So, see if he hits. He's aiming as well. That's a critical failure. He misses. So, Skeleton punching Rayloff in combat. Hits, I think. Yeah, will just. For 8 points of damage. So, Rayloff has his armor. Rayloff has a yellow dice for armor. Saves a point of damage. So Vostok's just going to move in. He's just going to swap his weapons out, get sword and board out. Can't attack, spend a point of stamina to move in though, so we have to do some fighting next round. Your activation?
This guy.
Yep, over there, fighting the Draugr.
Yep.
Alright, so Stormcloak Soldier over here is going to attack. You're adding a red with your cumbersome weapons, so you're having to spend 2 stamina instead, but you do gain red instead of yellow for your power attack. And you hit for 4, which is awesome. And so Draugr's armor stops 1, takes 3, and gets blown up. And then you just move up the Stormcloak Soldier over there. So I'm going to go with Banning. He's going to take a shot at this Draugr that's not in combat. Change of plans. Banning actually is going to shoot the Stormcloak here. So we are going to aim. We're at short range, so that's a crit, just what we want. And so we add a black, so we add another 2. So it's 4 wounds. Alright, so defense roll on the Stormcloak there. You must save 2 or you're dead. Save 1, I get you still, thanks to the piercing. So you take 4, which does kill you, even with your +1 health from being the escaped criminal. So Banning has now done 1 action. Because of that, I gained 2 septims, taking me to 5. I've completed my quest. We'll now do my second action. So Banning is then going to do the reanimate corpse spell. So I need a 3 or less. That's a 3. I succeed. I am bringing a dude to the table. And so Banning has completed an unboxing video today. We have our reanimated corpse back on the table. That is your turn. So you just move up with your Stride Thrice Pierced. So after that, I'm going to go with Sven. He's going to open some treasure, which is open again. Yes. I don't think I've ever been this lucky with treasure in my life. Treasure is Hide Armor of Dwindling Flame. I gain Resistance Fire. This would be cool if I'm playing the Imperials, but still, I'll take it. And then we'll actually hide with Sven because he's past the shadow. And just your soldier moving up. So with that, I've just got this guy left. So we're just going to move 3 more inches over this way. There are no adversary activations because we've had the 2 activate for the turn. So we go into the event, which will... Distant Hour. Each player chooses one of their heroes and takes a Wisdom attribute test. If the test is failed, all models in that party modify the morale check by +1 until the start of the next event phase. As you hit a dangerous house. So I need to take a Wisdom test for both of us. So Wisdom test for me is 4, 9. I'm going to put 1 on my morale test. Your turn to do the same.
Thrice.
3. So you need a 3 or less.
No, his wisdom's 5.
Wisdom 5. Nice. So go for it. You failed as well. We both failed on the 6, so any morale test we have to take, which I don't think affect us too much in this one. And so I got to place the adversary, which is the Draugr Overlord behind that Stormcloak. Surprise! So your Stride Thrice Pierce has moved over. He's going to use his throwing knives at Banning. So go for it to begin with. That's a critical fail, but he does heal his point of stamina used. So you've actually activated both the Draugr, which is not good for me. So we're going to go to the first one, the one that's in combat. Roll the white dice to see what happens. To poor Vostok. There's a 6, so it's just going to attack me. So it's attacking into Vostok. Critical fail, thank you. Roll the white dice to see what the other one does. 5, that'll move in and attack Vostok as well. So that will now add an additional green dice to the test because it's now outnumbering me. So same thing again. 4, that will hit me for 3 points. Right, Vostok, thanks to being in the banded iron armor, I will ignore the piercing point. So I've got red defense for 1. So it means I'm going to take 2 wounds. So Sven is going to shoot at that. We are sneaking, so 6 minus 3 will hit for 3 points of damage.
That's 9. No?
My mistake, that is 9, sorry, not 6, so that misses. I'll lose my sneak token because of where I am, and that's Sven done. So Rayloff spending a point of stamina there, going back to having spent 1, attacking with your axe. That's a 9 as well, so you'll miss there as well. So the skeleton will strike back at you, and roll a 6, but unfortunately a 3, even on 6, means it's not the 2 it needs, so it fails. Alright, so move my reanimate corpse, we're going to attack Ystrald. We hit for 2 on Ystrald. And so Ystrald's armor is a red dice, see what he gets. 2, negates all the damage. Alright, so then you're going to search after moving up, that's open, so treasure for you. Potion of Plentiful Healing. Can't use it on your Stormcloak, but you can go give it to one of your heroes. Banning's going to come in. We're going to use a Orcish Dagger to stab Ystrald. That'll hit. Cross Swords. Cross Swords will allow me to add yellow, so I do 2 points of damage. Same red test. Trying to ignore 2 points of damage. We ignore 1. So Ystrald takes a wound on that. Then you've just got Stormcloak at the back to go, I think. So Vostag is going to attack one of the Draugr here. Green, red, we're aiming as well. A critical fail, but we do have the potion there, so we can heal a point of stamina back. And then as a free action, Potion of Minor Healing, we heal 2 wounds. Right, so we both gain an extra septum for controlling table quarters again. This means I can level up a character because I now have 5 or more. So I'm going to level up Sven, I think. Alright, so event for the turn. See what we get. Lost treasure. Place a master treasure chest token on the gaming area no closer than 8 inch to any player controlled model. Place it as far away as possible. Otherwise. So master treasure chest was placed there. 2 adversaries, 2 skeleton archers come on here behind Sven. So it becomes my turn, so I get the first activation this round. And now I am going to activate, I think we activate Banning here first. So Banning attacking Ystrald to start with. Critical fail, of course. So I will just engage with Banning after that. Your activation. Rayloff's activating. Are we going to finally kill this skeleton? Crits. Black dice added. There's nothing the skeleton can do about that. It's just dead. And Rayloff just moves up, but you will gain a septum from that as well. Next turn you'll also be able to grab the treasure with Rayloff. So Sven is going to shoot the Stormcloak there. That will hit, certainly, for 2. And so just a yellow dice for defense. Takes a wound. And then Sven be skedaddling. So, your activation. The Stormcloak did not like being shot at by Sven, so just black and white. 3 will hit for a point of damage. So, you did already hit. You would have got to add a green, but you already hit, so it doesn't really matter. Sven just needs to ignore a point, which he does. Reanimate corpse into your shroud. Will hit for a point of damage. So just a red dice on your shroud. Nothing? No, you got 1, stops it. He moves up, so I'm going to go with Vostag. We're going to attack one of these Draugr. So, going to attack one of the Draugr here. We hit for 3, it can't possibly negate that, so 1's going to die. Draugr then attacking back. Will hit. So I'm going to try and do a block, which I fail. And so Vostag just needs a red, and we keep a point of damage off. So there will be 1 more adversary to activate this round out of the 3. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over there. See what happens. So it's this one. Roll to see what it does. There's a 4, so it's going to move. So into your Stormcloak soldier. It'll miss, and it does no damage anyway. Event for round 4. Secret Pass. Choose one friendly model that isn't staggered or incapacitated. That model may immediately move 6 inch, ignoring all terrain and everything else. So we're moving Banning directly on top of that treasure token, so you have to come kill me now if you want that master treasure. So added those 2 models onto the table. Now, first activation for the round is going to the Stormcloaks. Rayloff is going to try and shoot Banning. You're aiming a shot at me. Crits, so black dice added. So just a yellow dice on Banning. Heal 1 means I am incapacitated. I need now need to take an endurance test with Banning, which I succeed. The reanimate corpse disappears because I was incapacitated as well, but I do activate Banning to get back up. So he gets back up with 1 wound. He's staggered. Pretty much means your Stormcloak at least has to try and hit me to kill me. So attacking Banning there. That is 6 minus 2, 4. I think. Does that just do it?
Strength is 4.
Yep. So just. So got to deny 2 points of damage on Banning. Deny 1, which drops me back down again. So another endurance test for Banning. 4. And so 4 is a fail, so Banning does go down this time. So Sven dropping my bow, bringing out the sword, power attacking you.
I have -1.
-1 is 4, which will not hit by 1. Wow. So that's that. Which means the skeleton does activate though. So we'll see what it does. 4, so it's just going to attack you. So it's going to be green, yellow into you. So it'll critical fail. So Sven will disengage there as well for his second action after that skeleton activates. So your activation. So going up, and you're going to throw your daggers. Throwing knife. We'll crit and we'll take this out, so you will get your quest as well. Now Vostag is going to go over here then. So that'll hit for piercing. No, that'll add yellow actually. So we'll see what you add. Nothing. So you get 1 yellow save on that Draugr. Saves both of them too. Damn. So he's power striking into the skeleton warrior there. 6 minus 3 will hit. Skeleton can't stop that much damage, so it just dies. So you actually control my home territory now, and you control that one up there. This one is tied because your shroud is still just in it. So you actually go to 10 septums. You can level up both your characters now. So you do take the lead in that round. So it does come to my turn though. So we are going to go. Sven is going to power attack here. -1. Sven whiffs. Stormcloak turn. Alright, so Rayloff checks the treasure up here then. So see what he does. So on a 4, Rayloff will open it. That's an 8, he fails to. So it stays like that. Rayloff is then just going to aim at one of the Draugr down there, see what he gets. 6 hits for 2, so I can block this. I've got a block none, so it just kills one of the Draugr. Vostag attacking the Draugr here. That's more like it. That'll add yellow to the test as well. The Draugr can't stop 3, so it's going to die. Alrighty, so going into there, we now are going to have your Stormcloak soldier fighting against Sven. So going in, so just white and black. We'll miss with that.
Wait.
Oh no, he gets to add a green, doesn't he? If he gets that.
Yes, green to the...
Yep, so he might hit. He needs to get a -2, -1 won't. So your Shroud coming up now. I've got no one left to activate, that's why he's going twice in a row. Your Shroud will be 6, which will do it. He's got strength 6 for 4 points of damage. Sven could be in trouble here. And so I got nothing. Take 4, which is going to kill Sven unless I can pass endurance. That's cocked. Crit, I do get back up with 1 wound remaining. But the fact I've got no activations means you are going to control the board and make it impossible for me to win at this point because there aren't enough points on the table. You just run him along, he's going to protect that territory, and then protect your home territory. That is going to be game, just because this here is going to generate 3 points for you, and then another 1 there, so that's 4. So yeah, bottom of 5, it's going to be 17 to 9. There's nothing I can do to catch that. In 1 turn, there's not enough points on the table. I mean, what am I? I'm requiring you not to score anything to start with. And I've only got 2 dudes, so I can get 2 points for killing stuff. I then could control your area somehow, but I couldn't because I'd need to kill stuff. It's just impossible at this point for the adventurers to win. So victory to the Stormcloaks. Today's battle report is also brought to you by Mithras Games. Fantastic tabletop wargaming mats out of New Zealand. Now, Mithras Games has a variety of different mats. We've got the fantastic Desert Red, the nice Tundra Green, and the frosty Ice Blue here as well. All of these mats are a really nice high quality, generally very similar to how you would get your mouse pads for your mats. But fantastic high quality mats. We love them. Mithras Games are a fantastic supporter of the channel. You can pop on over to their website, especially if you're local to Australia or New Zealand. They're a fantastic company to help support. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fantastic little community here, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. If you would like to, you can do so either by YouTube members or Patreon, or by grabbing yourself some merch at Teespring or at our Ko-fi store. All of them are linked down in the video's description. As a special thank you to our Patrons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patrons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Outer Shot First, Andrew Bowen, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallers, Redman, Iron Grinch, Nicholas Colomos, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And to our YouTube members, Green Rich Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weird, James Tillman, Gargamel196, and Disco. Lastly, a special thanks, first of all, to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing art with the channel, everyone who helps come and provide the games for everyone to watch on the channel as well, and indeed all our fantastic mods and members of the community who keep our Discord and comment section a fantastic place for all to be. Thank you all once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.